Ladies and gentlemen, we're back. The update can't stop the server stomp. You can't stop the signal. Ken,
What's up?
that was fucking cheesy, and I'm sorry.
Cheesy.
All right, so we did a little switch up here. We had some people sub for both teams. Let's go over what's going on here. So of course we've got. Oh man, I forgot to do something. I'll do it in the middle of the stream. Don't worry. So Arthur A. Bland for the red team. Guardian looks to be using greatsword. Interesting. Misery, Engineer, red team. Infanta, red team, Captain, Thief. Really awesome dude, really great player. Fugazi, one of the few female pros in the game. Really good, really great Guardian player. Officer Rivieri, looks to be a DPS Guardian. Actually, let me actually open his build and see. Yep, our Staff Sword Torch. Kinda, that's an interesting build. Blue team, Sub Cutie, Captain. Blue for the blue team, of course. Elementalist, KP the Engineer. Aiden Frost, another Elementalist. And Sargon Snipes. Sargon, a really great player. He's another Server Stomp veteran. Came in last show, did a lot of crazy damage. And I'm just gonna tell them start up when ready. Ken, opinions on builds?
I don't know what's going on. It's so wacky. All the Guardians, like, I'm used to Bunker Guardians where it's just like, you know, standard setup. They're gonna sit down and bunker down, but all these Guardians, like, most of these Guardians, I wouldn't say all, are doing greatsword stuff as well, which I'm not really acquainted with. So it's gonna be really interesting.
Okay, I'm gonna call you out on something. Did you watch Sylvan's Caster's Guide?
A little bit.
So one of the things that's in Sylvan's Caster's Guide is how to know what build someone's going for.
Right.
So like especially with Guardians. So it's all basically traits. So if you're in here with Fugazi, who's like Radiance Valor with 5 in Honor and 5 in Virtue, that tends to be a DPS. Arthur A. Bland's build, I'm not entirely sure. It looks to be a burst, honestly, like a symbol burst.
Yeah.
And then Officer Rivieri is sort of an interesting person. I've never seen anything like this. I'm really excited, actually, because this person is running spirit weapons, like heavy spirit weapons. All of his skills are spirit weapons. It looks like come on, guys, let's ready up. Go. But yeah, all these Guardians are running different builds for different roles.
Right.
So.
Yeah, I suppose that's right. I should probably start looking at stuff in the community.
Alright, we're still waiting on players. Let's see. We're waiting on Sup Cutie. Just going around and see what's going on with him. Same build as last time, yes? Oh, we've lost Ken. Oh, no, he's back momentarily.
Back.
He's back from the dead. Oh my god. Alright, let's show the gameplay. Let's see what's going on here. So it looks like we're waiting on Misery, KP, and Sub Cutie. I'm sorry, this is so boring right now. Let me just edit the scoreboard here so that we've got correct scores. Red team is of course up 1. Oh, I should end this map and go into the next one. Let's go to the next map, of course, because we did get that patch in. I'm just waiting on all this. Well, Ken, we've got some interesting stuff coming up. What's going on in the world of esports and Guild Wars 2? What sort of tournaments are coming up?
Miss League is starting up. So SOAC also started their weekly tournaments. A lot of other people are trying to put together smaller tournaments. I believe that there's an Asia-specific tournament going on later this month. I haven't heard too much about that, but a lot of stuff the European side. NA, I wouldn't say has died down. It's just not a lot of stuff has been like truly announced. There have been like specifics announced and stuff like that. But the thing that gets everybody's blood pumping is tournament announcements and stuff like that, where anyone can sign up, and it's open. It's not quite invitational, although each weekend, Team Paradigm has an invitational that's been going on for the rest of this month, which will sort of work off of point systems. I'm trying to remember exactly which sort of tournament system that they're working off of, but I know that once that's done, there might be more.
The match
I think right when
soon.
that's done, more Miss League stuff happens. So Miss League will definitely open up later this month.
I'm so excited for Miss League. I cannot express how excited I am. Finally, the game
Last
starts.
chance to nail
Looked like
down your strategy.
SupQT was doing some battle plans with his team, realizing that let's not skip this map. We don't have that
Hold
much
on to your
integrity here.
points.
We just like to see
Seize
some
theirs.
people get stomped. But it looks like we're gonna see a more interesting strat here. 3 mid, 2 home, trying to deal with the fact that they know that Red's gonna try and take their home. You know, 3 Guardians though. Let's watch this mid fight here. Officer Rivieri and who else is in here? I can see it looks like Arthur A. Bland going mid against SupQT, KP, and Sargon. Let's go in with SupQT, see if those battle plans work. Magus Blue is already down on his home point. He's gonna get the stop off on Arthur. Yep, there's SupQT with the stop. Shields are, and just spirit weapons are going crazy here, man. Look at all the effects and sort of guardian stuff here. Officer Rivieri's trying to get away. Let's go in with him. He's almost in the down state, not quite. He's running away, letting his spirit weapons do the work for him. And Misery comes in here on mid, but looks like Red Team managed to cap the opponent's point again. Fugazi doing a great objective work. KP's going to come here and try and retake their home. And in the mid here, we've got Sargon and Aiden finally taking on Misery. Let's go in with Misery. See what this is sort of a bunkery engineer build, right?
Yeah. So, for Misery, right?
Yeah.
A little bit. Not exactly sure what his utilities are. It's not entirely bunker. It looks to be more aimed towards damage.
Just like that.
But it still
Blue team
has
takes a capture
bunkering
point.
capabilities.
So we're in with Misery, who actually hasn't managed to stay alive until like literally just now. So SupQT is going in for the stomp. Someone beats him to it though. Well, let's go in with Blue and see what this guy's up to. He's just gonna be in his rock form, sort of dealing damage while staying pretty defensive. He really needs to stay alive and on point for his team here, so that they can all cap the point. Arthur A. Bland though, and looks to be Officer Rivieri, are just running havoc on them. So many just spirit weapons, so much damage being done at the same time, and here comes Officer Rivieri back in the fight. Doesn't even need to really be here as his spirit weapons are doing the damage for him. Let's go in with them. Do you think this is an effective build here that the spirit weapon person is running? Is this like gonna be new meta?
I highly doubt it, but it's interesting. It's good to see that certain stuff can still work.
Look at him, he's actually taking on the blue base here. He's going to be met shortly by Sargon. Let's see if Sargon can actually deal with him as he pops out of this gate here. Where is he? Where is he? I think Sargon's actually going to, yeah, he's going to snipe him up from below the rifle. But he actually, Officer Rivieri is running in. He's going to do a Lord push this early in the game. Red team is up 90 to 60. It's only a 30-point lead. It's not even that much of a stomp here. The Infanta and Fugazi are in here for the red team, managing to not pick off Aiden Frost before he reses. Let's go with Aiden Frost, who's going to try and get the stop here. Does so, and Fugazi is going to have to try really hard here to get these people down so that the Infanta can get, so that the Infanta can res here. But here comes Fugazi trying to get stop on Aiden Frost, not happening as he pops in misform, and KP is trying to deal with Fugazi's kind of tanking this. Let's watch sort of as Aiden just deals with this, and he does so very swimmingly, if I would say. But let's go in with Rivieri, who's being taken on by SupQT. It's a fight of clones and spirit weapons here. SupQT not quite able to do enough damage to Rivieri as he needs to, as he's just getting the power off. He's getting lots of amazing things on here. SupQT is going to be dealt with, and he's going to move up with here. But look at this. Blue team has managed to 3-cap. Red team, missing Officer Rivieri, is not going to be able to do the amount of just pure objective work that they need to stay in the game.
Yeah, Red team is able to sort of account for Blue's able to account for Red's push, And having one person down, trying to focus on that Lord, is
Red team
going to
wins a
wreak
capture
havoc on the
point.
rotations.
There's Infanta finally taking their home point. They're going to get back in this game. But look, the blue team is now officially up 155 to 116. Blue team is going to keep mid very solidly. They've got 3 people here against a downed Mesmer and the Infanta. Where's the rest of the blue team? Blue team's got blue on their home trying to deal with Fugazi, but Fugazi's actually up. Really not taking that much damage from blue, but she is, of course, a generally DPS bursty type build here, but this is really interesting. What's your take on this, Ken?
It's awesome to know that even Guardians, who are notorious for being bunkers, have the capability of also going burst, but having like tanky capabilities. If I look at Fugazi's sigils and runes, she's sort of going like the divinity runes, which is sort of, I wouldn't say standard, but it's par for the course. But that soldier's amulet is able to like allow for high DPS, but also enough tankiness to where she doesn't
Just
die.
like that, blue team takes a capture
Really
point.
interesting. Here comes SupQT with no getting this the pop off on that 2 skill there in the down. Right, looks like Fugazi. Let's see if she can get res here. There's a huge fight going right on top of her body. Dragon's Tooth getting dropped on her, and of course also the Stomping Flag as she is now dead. SupQT, let's go in with you. Looks like Blue has got this midpoint on lock. Really, the only thing they don't have is Red's home point being taken again by Officer Rivieri. This is a 300 point to about 140 point game here. Of course, if Blue wants to at 350, they can just give up on the points and run towards the Lord and do an amazing Lord rush.
Yeah, I mean, the gate is down, so that's still a possibility. It's just they would have to sort of give up all point control in order to do that. And who's to say that one of the blue team doesn't fall back and sort of bunkers down and make sure that the guild lord takes longer to kill?
Absolutely. We're watching Misery here sort of juke around. All of the blue team is here on mid except for it looks to be Blue, who's trying to take far point, or take their home point rather. Blue's still in the lead, 338, 161. Momentarily we're going to see if they're going to do that blue rush to, and Fugazi is here on the mid trying to figure out where she can kind of get in and deal with this this composition here. We're watching her with a greatsword. She's gonna get set on fire by Aiden Frost and realizing, okay, I need to kind of go around the other way here and maybe try and juke them. Swaps to the sword and shield. I'm gonna give her the ability to teleport around a lot more. And there comes the damage, and let's see if Aiden Frost can spike down Fugazi, or if the burst from Fugazi can deal with this. Here comes some symbols. A great job here by this Guardian on Elementalist team here. A great fight, but here comes Sargon making a 2v1. Fugazi's not going to have a great time here, but here's Misery trying to do a lot of damage as well.
It's interesting that Sargon sort of came from 40. Right when Officer Rivieri moved in, he like gave up, which is really strange because, goodness, where is he at? Officer Rivieri is sort of a support with damage, so he might have been able to take him down fairly handily.
Here comes a stomp on Aiden Frost by Officer Riviera, but no, gets juked by that misform. Now, the interesting thing to note about the spear weapon is that he just doesn't even need to be where the fight is. He can kind of sit on the fringes, throw things in, and just watch his stuff go to work here. He has that shield on cooldown. He has the ability to use it. This is like the opposite weapon to actually do damage. I would really like to see this sort of stuff take off. I like this idea of having sort of these minions for Guardian here.
Yeah, it's really interesting. We haven't seen it too much, which is a shame because it sort of adds a different facet to it. Because the Guardian, when a Guardian does spear weapons, they're able to sort of use the renewed focus and make themselves invulnerable while still using the weapons to do damage. So it's this really interesting dynamic that I would like to see more, but we'll just have to see from meta.
Absolutely. Look at this, 471 to 223 right now. Really ridiculous lead that I don't think Red can come back from unless they triple cap here. They have someone peeling off to go home point for the Red team. It's one of the Guardians. I'm not even going to attempt to like guess. Let's go and see what it actually is. It's Fugazi. She's going to have to deal with Blue, who's kind of been camping that home point for them. But it looks like Fugazi's kind of decided that she's going to go mid instead and contribute to the fight. As this game is over now, it's going to be Blue 500 points to about 245 of the Red team. Amazing amazing job, blue team rather, coming back in this best of 3. We're seeing lots of people in to see the action. Syphos actually was taken out of the game to be a spectator.
Red team wins a capture point.
Really great job, blue team. Sup, Cutie? Looks like that time that he took in the beginning to deal with the battle plans to kind of create that sort of bond of communication with this team really paid off. We're going into Kylo here. We're going to go to game 3. This is amazing because the way my custom arena is set up, Kylo is never game 3. It's always game 2. But I love to see Kylo. It's 1-1. Let's watch this. I'm going to quickly go over here. Let's give that Team Sub QD the point they deserve on the scoreboard. And there it is. Everyone's 1-1. Looks like it's a little rotated. That's fine. Ready up when they are. Of course, ready. You guys are. So we're just now. Let's go over this map for people who don't know. Of course, for those of you who stuck with us, you don't understand the game. You guys are freaking ballers. But of course, the point is to get 400 points, or 500 points rather, as fast as possible by capturing these nodes here. The nodes on this map are Windmill, Clock Tower, and Mansion. Clock Tower, of course, being the midpoint, is under highest contention, not only because it's midpoint, but also because we've got these trebuchets. These trebuchets can rain havoc upon anywhere on the map, but mostly Clock Tower, as they are used to break down these walls here, if you can see my mouse. And it looks like we're just waiting for these guys to kind of get together. Oh my god, we're seeing a lot of great people in here. So, let's go through red team, Ken. We've got Photom House, a thief. I've seen this guy go crazy before on this show. Officer Ripieri, the Guardian, the Spirit guy, he has got an interesting DPS build. He's followed by Sarkelli, the Elementalist, the Infanto, the Thief, and Aiden Frost, the Elementalist. Wait, who's the nub? Hold on a second. Looks like we've got somebody in here who, actually no, I'm not kicking anybody. No, this is for the community. Sorry, someone's trying to juke me into kicking somebody. This is for you guys. I hope you enjoy playing with the pros here. So, on the blue team, we've got KP, Sup Cutie, Gillicuddy, Blue, and Styphus. You got a great, oh, it's somebody who was in the middle of the last game who loaded too slow. So, we're just waiting very fast to wait for them. Actually, just KP is sort of not ready. Maybe we might see
the match starts soon.
Like a really great fight from Blue. We might see some great stuff from Red. The Infanta, of course, from Team Lead, is the captain of the Red team. Infanta is actually extremely skilled. He's one of those, I hesitate to say pro amateurs because we don't really have many pros on the scene. But he's one of those guys who's got incredible amounts of skill, but is not on one of those high teams such as like Absolute Legends or SOAC Ret or whatever.
Yeah, so it'll be really interesting to see how, somebody who isn't part of like a really well-known team sort of combats somebody that is.
So let's see what's going on. We've got Photom House and KP going in on mid while they're being supported by Trebs. What's really interesting to note is that when I cast these games with these high-level pros, they actually forego their Treb pretty much 100% of the time and opt to just sort of like get people in on mid to quickly cap. We're watching Sub Cutie, who is actually on the Treb, being peeled off by Sarkelli over here. Sarkelli's gonna get spiked down though. He's got so much damage on him. Let's see what else is going on here. Red team not managing to take midpoint. Blue team is up 2 points to 1 here. Sub Cutie's up. It might get Earth Shaker. Let's go in with Sarkelli. See what he's doing. He's just doing a lot of DPS here. What sort of build is he running, Ken?
Sarkelli, it's a dagger, so it's going to be high DPS on the Elementalist side instead of the sort of DPS / bunker build that we sort of see Zeus sort of running. Zeus also has huge damage, but he's able to have a higher amount of survivability. As we can see, Sarkelli is not able to sort of do that.
Absolutely, and we're watching Sarkelli sort of just do down damage. Sub Cutie popping the illusion to deal with that dead body here, and he's finally going to start raining damage here, and will probably allow blue team to come back. Photom House is on the outside here. Looks like they've got a 4v5. Oh, there comes Huggles. He's just now joining. This is another Elementalist for the blue team. Someone had to drop. So the great thing about this show is that since it's community-based, as long as the captains don't drop, you always have the opportunity to jump in. Stifos back-capping Windmill. If they have the ability to get everyone on midpoint, here's Subcutie coming up to support KP against the Infanta. If they can do this, they'll tri-cap. They'll have another advantage coming this next game. Subcutie popping the portal, running. He's not going to run back through it yet. We're having a leader fight here. The Infanta versus Subcutie. Can the Infanta take down Subcutie, or can Subcutie come back? He's down in health. Let's go in with him. And he's actually on the outside. Officer Riviere is going to be chasing him down, and he's trying to get a heal off. Look, he's invisible. He's going to go.
Red team got a capture point.
Really interesting particle effects on my screen.
Me too.
It looks like it'll be slightly buggy. That's okay. The Infanta is down on the point here. He's going to be able to probably res himself, though.
Yeah, it's really interesting. Nobody has gone after the traps. They sort of pulled people off, but they haven't gone out of their way to destroy the traps. They're more focused on point acquisition, which is really strange for me.
As we said, that looks like Officer Riviere is going to go in on Gillicuddy with Photom House, and Gillicuddy was the thief here that was attempting to be the Treb and the objective guy, but Riviere is going to say no. Here comes the damage, the staff damage, but of course he's going to get a lot of damage in here with Photom House. Gillicuddy's trying to do the damage, and he needs to keep them, peel them off the Treb. Subcutie takes the mid. Windmill was Stifos' point, but the Infanta and Huggles have respawned and forced him off. Where is Stifos? Stifos is up on the sides of the mid, realizing he needs to go and then take his home point to support Blue and KP. I wonder how the communication for both teams are at this point, Ken.
It's sort of hard to say. It's sort of been really haphazard, but Blue is really focused on their home point as well as midpoint. So I think that's exactly the song.
Look at Blue's build. He only has a single dagger. He's in he is in mad man mode here.
He does not care.
Blue, if you pull this out, if you get those crazy stomps,
new meta.
Oh my god, new meta.
Just like that.
So red team is going to take
capture point.
Take the control tower, but
red team wins a capture point.
But Subcutie's portal is still here, and they can quickly run
just
through it.
Like
Stifos is going to back cap again, forcing red to peel off. There's a huge fight over here by the repair kit. Let's see what's going on. Looks like so many Subcutie illusions and lots of spirit weapons here. Infanta deciding to kind of bypass it in the invisibility mode, going to the mansion, trying to like in the heat of the battle here, he's managed to get on point. So Blue is going to try and do his best to get on there with his lightning shock, but here comes Photom House and the Infanta to deal with that. He pops his elite to get the ice elemental, and there's the missile. He's going to die on point if he possibly can. And let's watch Photom House get the stealth stomp. He kind of comes out of stealth, but there it is. There's the rabbit finisher. Screen cap that, guys.
Yeah.
Alright, let's see what else is going down. Looks like Blue Team's Treb has been dead for a little while. They were trying to fight for that repair kit. Aiden Frost and Huggles here on the windmill point with Subcutie, and Stifos is here with Subcutie as well. There's the stomp on Huggles. Aiden Frost really forced to come back here as Stifos and Subcutie are doing an amazing amount of damage, but Aiden Frost manages to walk away, basically disengage at such an amazing level. Windmill, they're really just dealing with the Rock Dog, and that's going to be theirs momentarily. Clock Tower, there doesn't seem to be a fight here, except, of course, as I say that, it's actually on the scaffolding outside. Here comes Magus Blue running in there, but it looks like the Infanta has like Shadow Refuge for Officer Riviere before he goes down. Such skill to pop those things immediately before you die. And we're just seeing Blue try and keep that point in Blue Team's favor. But Riviere and the Infanta are there to sort of deal with them.
Yeah, Gillicuddy was sort of apprehensive about the Mansion, but I think that's Blue's best decision at the moment. Sort of have somebody at least neutralize Mansion, so that they can sort of focus on keeping Clock Tower and Windmill.
Absolutely. Of course, the game is in Blue Team's favor, 256 to 192. It's only about a 60-point lead, 70-point lead now. But Red Team has got no income. If this were StarCraft, they'd have no mining workers.
Zero supply.
Zero supply. GG, no re. Officer Rivieri's taking the
Did you
midpoint
see
for
that?
red.
Red
There it is.
team
They're
got a
back in this
capture
game.
point.
Red team's also going to take their home. So this is really interesting to see what Blue's doing. If we look at the minimap here, they're kind of circling. They're going to take mid. They're trying to see where everyone is here. You got two thieves at their home trying to figure out what their best course of action is. And here comes KP dealing with Officer Rivieri.
Red team
He's going to be
wins
met
the
shortly by
capture
somebody
point.
on the scaffold thing. Nobody's going to jump in. It's interesting to notice, and a lot of people do, is they abuse the high ground here on the clock tower. Up here on the broken wall, you can pretty much stand and throw grenades down. If people don't look up, well, then they don't have to deal with it. But look, with such pro portaling, KP managing to get through the portal that SupCutie laid down before he died, and goes through to the windmill. Aiden Frost is going to be capping mid for red team along with Huggles, but there's so much Treb damage. They finally got their Treb back up, and Killicuddy's dealing with
like
it.
that,
But here comes
Blue
Officer
team
Rivieri
takes a
to
capture
deal that
point.
damage against him, peel him off, and keep his
Did you
attention
see
on
that?
him.
Red
Looks
team
like
got a capture
Photom House
point.
is doing the damage for the Treb on the red team. Red team can come back here. It's not going to be hard if they can keep this sort of teamwork up, keep their Treb player off, keep the blue team really circling for points here. We're watching SupCutie kind of attempt to come back into the mid. Aiden Frost goes back to windmill to deal with KP, but KP is knocking him back at every turn. There goes the bomb from the roll, and the fire elemental is going to go down. And here's SupCutie to go in with a great sword against Aiden Frost. Aiden Frost is running away. Let's watch him as he goes, see if he gets caught. Yes, he gets caught, but there's a lightning flash up to the scaffolding. SupCutie says, I will follow you to your grave. And there it is. Cyphos, of course, is capping mid for the blue team. And at Mansion, we've got
Just
a big
like
fight.
that, Blue team
Blue
takes a
actually
capture
dying
point.
to Huggles. Blue opting to his Mammo build. It's kind of
Did you see that?
not a great
Red
idea.
team got a capture point.
Yeah, the lone dagger is sort of what's sort of putting him against the wall, so to speak. But what's really interesting, and I should point out, is that when you do Treb play on Napa or Battle of Kylo, it's a hit or a miss, and I mean that literally. If red team is really accurate with their trebuchet shots, they're going to be doing a lot better than if they had somebody doing that but having a lot less accuracy with the trebuchet. That would effectively make them a 4v5, and that's what we sort of saw in the beginning of the match.
We're seeing Blue take their home point once
Just
again.
like
We
that,
got
Blue team takes a capture
well,
point.
who's this red player over here? Looks like, oh, it's Officer Rivieri. He's going stealth mode. Look at this solid Officer Rivieri snake here. What is he doing? I can't exactly tell. He's going to try and run. He was trying to juke through this thing and run for that point when they weren't looking. But we've also got Photom House trying to Treb down windmill point, but missing every time.
Red team
Blue
wins
saying
the
you came to
capture
the
point.
wrong neighborhood. And Officer Rivieri forced to kind of retreat here, but here's SupCutie, could possibly cut him off. We're seeing lots of red descend upon there, though. Aiden Frost and Huggles are here. Blue and Gillicuddy are there to meet them. Clock Tower is not really being fought over, and I think, yep, SupCutie knows this. He's going to cap this. This is, of course, red's only point. They need to do that objective play. Let's see here. We've got where is the Infant? He's down here on his home point, or really off the point, I would say. Photom House off the Treb, trying to deal with KP, and the KP is down. So if Photom House can get this, he will rally
Blue
the
team grabbed the
Infanta,
capture
bring his
point.
leader back to life. But red, look at the score here, 460 to 287. This is heavily in blue team's favor.
Yeah, they weren't able to decap any of these points. They've been trying so hard, and that's what allowed blue team to sort of come up really fast towards the 500-point mark.
There's the rabbit finisher on KP SupCutie. He got taken down there. He's kind of stuck. Here's the Infanta.
Did you see
Getting that res off.
Red team
Let's
got
see
a
what he's going to
capture
do
point.
to SupCutie. SupCutie's opting to kind of run away back to mid. That portal play is so clutch. It's such a great idea. Red finally taking home the home point of blue team with so much red here on the screen. 2 spirit weapons and a rock dog. Huggles trying to get the stomp in, but he's just going to
Did
be
you see
damaged
that?
down. Here comes
Red
KP.
team got a
Blue
capture
is going to
point.
go for the midpoint here, trying to support SupCutie as Photom House and the Infanta come in here. Really, it's going to be a great fight. Double Thief against a Mesmer and a Elementalist, but here comes Officer Rivieri making the 3vx fight, but it doesn't matter as blue team wins 500 points, 329. We'll have to talk to SupCutie, see who he's going to call up for the next time.
Man, that was insane. The only way that blue would have, or that red would have come back from that is that they had neutralized Cloud Towers so quickly, but SupCutie was just right there waiting for them.
Absolutely. Also, Subcuties, a clutch portal play. It's going to say that we're going to load the Temple Side Storm, but we are done for today here. We had to figure out who is going to be the next, one of the next leaders on the next show. So let's ask Subcutie. Subcutie, who are you calling out? For next week. Let me just turn on the music one more time here. I'm just waiting for a response from Subcutie. Oh, I'm gonna have to just explain real fast. So, just to reiterate, the way this show works now is that every week we get 2 captains. You win the best of 3, you get to call out one of the captains for the next show. And if you want, you can even come on the next show and try and kick the guy's butt. So, Subcutie is just now trying to figure out who that can be. And of course, that could be a caster, it could be me, it could be Ken, it could be a player, a dev, a team manager, it could be literally anyone. And so she's trying to figure out who would be the most epic to do. Of course, Subcutie is on Team Absolute Legends. I highly recommend you go follow those guys. They're such a great team. They're great for the scene. If you're an amateur team, hit me up, man. Like, hit Ken up. We're always looking for people to catch. We're always looking for more people to bring to the fold here. We've also got a Guild Wars 2 subreddit, Guild Wars 2 esports subreddit on Reddit. You can go to reddit.com/r/GW2 esports. And we've got a guild about that in game, don't we, Ken?
Yep, we have one for NA side as well as EU side. The EU side needs a lot of love. I'm taking up volunteers, whoever wants to sort of do infights and sort of promotion on the EU side. If you want to do that, hit me up. I'm definitely ready and willing to talk to you guys and just hoping for the best.
Absolutely, so Sophia, still deciding. Real fast, we need to do some more shoutouts. Thank you to Voya Music. You can go to bandcamp.com/Voya or just Google. Oh, there it is. He's calling out H-Man, a famous warrior within the Guild Wars 2 esports scene. Ken, what do you know about H-Man?
I've seen H-Man play a lot, and I love H-Man. He's not, I wouldn't say he's not well known. He's very vocal in the Heart of the Mist. Whenever I see him talking, he's a chatterbox, man. He's a great guy from what I've seen.
Alright, well, actually, I've never met H-Man. I'm looking forward to talking to him over this next week and getting everything ready for Server Stomp Episode 7. Guys, this has been Server Stomp Episode 6, though. Welcome to Server Stomp 2.0 once again. Ken, where can people find you on the internet?
Me, twitter.com/thekenigmatic, twitch.tv, kenigmatictv. I'll start casting and playing, and you guys can see me be bad. Other than that, I am on the subreddit pretty much all day unless I'm at work. Hit me up if you want to talk or if you want to play even. I am all set. I am ready, all ears, etc., etc.
Alright. Of course, you can find me on Twitter. I'm at MLGSyrif. You can also find this YouTube video and anything I've ever done at youtube.com/SyrifSC. That's where this is going to be when I upload it. Please, please, please like, favorite, subscribe, tell your friends, bring your people into this game. The server is the stomping ground. It's always on, it's always open, never passworded unless it's used for a tournament, which is rarely. Come on, talk to me. If I'm in game, I'm probably in my private server, and you can always message me and be like, hey, what's up, Will? I want to be in your show. And I'll be like, okay, man, come on, noon Eastern. Of course, next week we're going to have a great show as well. We're going to see if we can get H-Man on. We're going to see if we can get some amazing teams started. So, guys, thank you very much for watching. I know it's been a long day. It's been awesome. It's been a great start for this Server Stomp 2.0, if I do say myself. One more time, one more shout out though, at MLG Rab, my director of graphics here. And also shout out to Sean Android Buell, as always. He's sort of the producer of the show. He helps me get in touch with everyone here. So that's it, Ken. Any last words?
Not even you, man. Sean helps me out so much. He's like the residential helper, and he's so good at it.
Absolutely. So we'll see you next week, Thursday, noon time. Server is the stomping grounds. Come on, guys. Show me what you got. Stomp or be stomped.